Hey everyone, it's Ken, and I hope you had a great day. I had a great day. I went to the library, and the librarian recommended a book called Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. You can see it's a really thick book, and she said it was very popular. So I thought it might be fun to just kind of get a little taste and read a little bit about it and share that with you. So let's see what this book is about. Okay, so here's the summary. When Isabella Swan moves to the gloomy town of Forks and meets the mysterious, alluring Edward Cullen, her life takes a thrilling and terrifying turn. With his porcelain skin, golden eyes, mesmerizing voice, and supernatural gifts, Edward is both irresistible and impenetrable. Up until now, he has managed to keep his true identity hidden, but Bella is determined to uncover his dark secret. And I wonder what that dark secret could be. Let's skip ahead a little bit. I know we can't read the whole thing, but maybe we can get kind of a taste for Twilight. Let's see. How about this part? Okay, so this is Bella. With another sigh, I turned to my computer. Naturally, the screen was covered in pop-up ads. I sat in my hard folding chair and began closing all the little windows. Eventually, I made it to my favorite search engine. I shot down a few more pop-ups and then typed in one word: vampire. It took an infuriatingly long time, of course. When the results came up, there was a lot to sift through. Everything from movies and TV shows to role-playing games, underground metal, and gothic cosmetic companies. Then I found a promising site, Vampires, A to Z. I waited impatiently for it to load, quickly clicking closed each ad that flashed across the screen. Finally, the screen was finished. Simple white background with black text, academic looking. 2 quotes greeted me on the homepage. Throughout the vast shadowy world of ghosts and demons, there's no figure. Okay, so that's a quote that goes on for a while. Let's see if we can kind of skip to some good stuff here. Okay, let's try this. Oh, this looks kind of intense. His tone made me look up. I had finally broken through his carefully composed mask. His face was incredulous, with just a hint of the anger I'd feared. No, I said softly, it doesn't matter to me what you are. A hard, mocking edge entered his voice. You don't care if I'm a monster? If I'm not human? No. He was silent, staring straight ahead again. His face was bleak and cold. You're angry, I sighed. I shouldn't have said anything. No, he said, but his tone was as hard as his face. I'd rather know what you're thinking, even if what you're thinking is insane. So I'm wrong again? I challenged. That's not what I was referring to. It doesn't matter, he quoted, gritting his teeth together. I'm right? I gasped. Does it matter? I took a deep breath. Not really, but I am curious. My voice, at least, was composed. He was suddenly resigned. What are you curious about? How old are you? 17, he answered promptly. And how long have you been 17? His lips twitched as he stared at the road. A while, he admitted at last. Okay, I smiled, pleased that he was still being honest with me. He stared down at me with watchful eyes, much as he had before, when he was worried I would go into shock. I smiled wider in encouragement, and he frowned. Don't laugh. But how can you come out during daytime? He laughed anyway. Myth. Burned by the sun? Myth. Sleeping in coffins? Myth. He hesitated for a moment, and a peculiar tone entered his voice. I can't sleep. It took me a minute to absorb that. At all? Never, he said. His voice was nearly inaudible. He turned to look at me with a wistful expression. The golden eyes held mine, and I lost my train of thought. I stared at him until he looked away. You haven't asked me the most important question yet. His voice was hard now, and when he looked at me, again his eyes were cold. I blinked, still dazed. Which one is that? You aren't concerned about my diet? He asked sarcastically. Oh, I murmured, that. Yes, that. His voice was bleak. Don't you want to know if I drink blood? Wow. Oh man, now I've got the chills. That's I don't know, kind of scary, but romantic, I suppose, at the same time. Kind of a young, sexy Dracula going after a teenage girl. Yeah, I could see that. It could be exciting. So I might check out the rest of this. If you want to read along with me, you could probably find this at your local library. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you next time. This is Ken. See ya.